Okay, bear with me here. People in my comments were really excited about this book, but I feel like the general perception has been negative. And this is one of those chapters where it was kind of like, So let's talk about it. Starting with chapter 9, we're in Samara. This is where Eidos sent them as their punishment. Luckily, the fighting has stopped here. But it turns out that a town that's close by, where Marin's family lives, is being attacked. So chapter 10, we all decide to go there to try to save everyone. And this just felt weird to me. Violet gets caught in a tornado. Like, I want to think that means something or it'll come back around, but it just really felt random. Rebecca is very good at Easter egging. Like, I'm really gonna need this tornado to mean something because it felt like such a plot convenience. If it's not a plot convenience, don't tell me. Let me get there on my own. I will finish this book. So this whole attack was actually a trap, and Tarn gets knocked out from said tornado. And then Garrick shows up out of nowhere, which is like really sus. And then a Venin whose name is Theophany, spelled like Stephanie, but instead of Steph, it's Theo, which I'm pretty sure means like God. I feel like there's a reason for that. Is she a God Venin? I don't think she's a God Venin, but I do think that there's a reason Theo is the beginning of her name. Well, Theophany wields lightning, and she wants to train Violet as a Venin. Chapter 11, maybe she's immortal? I don't know, I'm thinking too much into this whole Theo thing. So she wants Yandarna, but she ends up just leaving Violet unharmed, which I find very sus. Garrick got there so fast because he's a distance wielder. And I specifically remember someone, I want to say it was Xaden, I'm pretty sure it was Xaden, saying that there hasn't been a distance wielder in like centuries or generations or something, and he totally knows. Like, he sent Bodhi to go save Violet. These chapters really have me thinking. I think that's a good thing. I'm gonna trust Rebecca. Well, they get back to Basgiath immediately because Violet needs a mender. Xaden's really mad that she's so hurt and was in danger. Eidos is really mad that they came back so quickly even though they were permitted. And Eidos, being a little bitch, says that Xaden and Garrick are no longer welcome in the Quadrant because they're not students. And then chapter 12, we have like great romantic tension. Xaden is like losing control over his need for Violet, but he's trying to keep control so that way he doesn't harm her. I love tension. Violet is still delulu, but she's determined to find a cure, which is great. I don't think it's gonna happen this book, but... Also, it turns out a lot of the marked ones have second signets, but it's very hush-hush. I know I'm not the only one that felt this way. I was so thankful for this revelation because I remember reading Fourth Wing and Liam wielded ice, and I was like, did I read that right? And I read it a few times. And I was like, that's kind of a big editing error to make. Not an error, an Easter egg. The more I go through this video, the more I think I really need to trust that this tornado wasn't just a plot convenience. Imogen and Violet go to interrogate Jack, and he says something that I agree with, which I'm questioning myself. He says, power should be accessible to all strong enough to wield it, not just those they see fit. And though I don't like the god complex, I do agree power should not be monopolized. Jack's definitely pure evil, but that was a nice nuanced statement. He thinks he's being slick, but Imogen just wipes his memory and they go.